Hey everybody, welcome back to the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. My name is Scott. If you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys, such as bourbons, ryes, American style whiskeys, some Irish, maybe single malt whiskey on occasion, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to hit the bell notification. That's going to alert you to when I'm doing new uploads, live streams, things along those lines. So today from American Fifth Spirits out of Lansing, Michigan, we've got their 4-grain bourbon whiskey. So this is a mash bill of 63% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley, and 5% rye. So a very interesting, unique kind of 4-grain mash bill. This is a 90 proof bourbon or 45% ABV. Non-age stated, however, it does indicate on the bottle that it was aged a minimum of 12 months. And in full disclosure, this sample was sent to me for me to do a review of. MSRP, I wasn't able to locate the MSRP on that, so my guess would be with this is probably right around that $40-ish range. So, all right, why don't we go ahead and we'll get into the review. So typically what I try to do with most or all of my reviews is we'll go through the appearance, we'll nose it, we'll taste it, kind of get into the finished part of it, and then go through really any general information regarding the product or the channel itself. So, all right, so as you can see with this has got a really nice, so with this kind of color that's on it, I'm going to assume that this is maybe being aged in smaller barrels, not necessarily 53 gallon barrels, just based on the age and it being a minimum of 12 months. It's got a pretty good color to it, which is usually lending the fact that it's got this kind of color usually indicates that maybe it's being aged in smaller barrels to allow for greater contact of the whiskey to the barrel. So, but again, that's not confirmed, and I'll check on that. And if that's different information, I'll leave that in the linked in the description below. So, all right, so let's get into the nose on this. So right away, nice oak nose to that. A little bit of cinnamon is there. Nice brown sugar note to it. Nice caramel note. So far, the nose is not giving the impression of youth whatsoever. Nice vanilla note. Even a bit of like a nutmeg type of note to that. Oh, it's still got a nice spice to it. Even with it being a low rye, there's still a nice kind of spice that's kind of coming off of that. Even a bit of a maltiness there. With the malted barley, there's still a little bit of like that maltiness coming off. And even kind of like a soft like wheat. So, I mean, this is a really interesting like 4-grain. I mean, with it being the rye and the malted barley and the wheat, they're all kind of showing themselves in this. And that's not always the case with 4-grains. You're not always picking up that you know, each grain. But I would say with this, they're really starting to kind of like show themselves, which is interesting and something that I kind of appreciate. So, all right, let's give this a try. Even there at the very last second, I pick up this kind of chocolate note to it as well. So, all right, let's give this a try. Cheers. So right away, a nice coats the mouth really well. A little bit thin, but still coats the mouth fairly well. That caramel is really kind of coming through on that quite a bit. Brown sugar. That wheat influence is really kind of coming through. a light cinnamon to that. And you get a little bit of that touch of the maltinesses as well. So that malted barley comes through a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think with this, the nose and the palate tend to kind of match. You don't always get that, but I think you're getting a lot of the grains, the different of the four grains that the corn is there, the malted barley, the rye, the wheat. They all really are kind of showing themselves. I think they've done a really nice job from that standpoint of it being a straightforward bourbon whiskey with those different profiles. And I give them credit for that a lot. I think they've done a really nice job with that, especially with this. If there's not much more age above 12 months, they've done a really, really nice job with that. Even a bit of that cinnamon really wants to kind of come through a little bit. But as the finish begins to develop, it's probably on the shorter side of medium. Again, that cinnamon wants to really kind of come through. That rye spice is kind of coming through quite a bit. The brown sugars, the burnt sugar really comes through. That sweetness on the back of the palate is really nice. Yeah, I think they've done a really, really nice job with this. Little bit of dryness, not overly dry by any means. I wouldn't consider this a dry whiskey by any means. So I think they've done a really, really nice job with this. So I'll have to see if I can get a little bit more information on this. I think they've done a really nice job overall with this profile regarding that mash bill. So, so with that being said, so again, this is American Fifth Spirits out of Lansing, Michigan. So again, I'll have all their information linked in the description below. So if you want to go check them out, see if it's something that you can find in your area, that would be great. Yeah, so like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm always interested to know whether or not this is something that you've tried or are looking for, anything along those lines. So yeah, that's a fantastic part of why I do this. I'm always interested to know other people's thoughts and things along those lines. So also, if you're interested in any of the My Bourbon Journey glasses, I've got the GLENCAIRNs, the rocks glasses. I've also got a few of the wooden challenge coins. All of the information will be linked in the description below. If you want to follow me on any of the social media, you can through Instagram, My Bourbon Journey. Same thing with Twitter. I've also got a Facebook page where I upload most of the content and stuff there as well. So check me out there. But with that being said, and like I say, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.